DA parliamentary leader Lindiwe Mazibuko told media at a briefing on Wednesday that Parliament is only as effective and robust as the strength of opposition parties that participate in it.
The Democratic Alliance has worked tirelessly this past year to ensure that Parliament fulfills its constitutional obligations and retains its rightful place as the most important check and balance on the executive. However, a review of this year's work shows that increasingly Parliament's functions are being hampered by the refusal of the ANC caucus to take executive oversight seriously in a bid to protect a government increasingly out of line with the principles set out in our Constitution. Indeed, our 2013 annual parliamentary review shows that while the DA has had a number of significant successes in bringing accountability back to Parliament, Parliament is still not working hard enough to fulfill its responsibilities and ensure that the real challenges facing South Africans are properly addressed. The National Assembly sat only 50% of the time that it could have sat this year. What this means is that the House sat for only 20 sitting weeks, but didn't sit for the full 4 days of each sitting week that it could have in order to ensure that we carried out our constitutional role effectively. In addition, the National Assembly was operational only for just over half of the working year, with a total of 17 weeks allocated to constituency work in the provinces and to recess. As a result of that limited time made available for members' business, only 2 notices of motion were actually debated in Parliament this year. This represented just over 2 hours, or 1.5%, of the 157 hours for which the National Assembly sat this year. In total, the DA tabled 82 motions for debate on a number of important national issues ranging from the high unemployment rate to the quality of education. Only one of these motions was actually granted, and even in this instance, the motion, which was on the constitutionality of the National Key Points Act, took more than a year to schedule.
A snapshot of oral questions in 2013 shows that only 17% of the oral questions asked by MPs were answered in the House. 7 ministers did not attend a single one of their own oral question sessions, and 5 ministers came to Parliament only once to answer questions in their session. The ministers who did not attend their own particular oral question sessions at all are the Ministers of International Relations, of Defence, Finance, Mineral Resources, Trade and Industry, Tourism and Health. The ANC Chief Whip, Stones Zani, and the Leader of Government Business, Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe, identified only 7 question days for the entire 2013 parliamentary session, despite the fact that there were 20 sitting weeks and therefore 20 opportunities for ministers to be held to account by Parliament.
We'll continue our efforts to improve the quality of legislation being pushed through Parliament by using every mechanism at our disposal, and we will continue fully to utilise oral question sessions and the portfolio committees to hold the executive to account. It's only through doing that that we can make sure that the real challenges facing South Africans are addressed, that corruption is rooted out of the executive, and that a government for the people and by the people is fully realised.